Well, good Saturday morning, y'all. Yeah, I was a little emotional yesterday. I didn't. I really didn't think I. I really didn't expect that. Uh, I was just. Whenever I've had. I've had. Let's see. Since 2018, we had a house fire that lost. Where we lost everything. I lost my dog. In 2020, I lost my mother. About 3 weeks after I lost my mother, I lost my nephew. Very unexpected. He had COPD and basically had a bad asthma attack. He didn't have his inhaler with him. And then, of course, my sister last year. So since 2018, it's been a lot. I've gone through a lot personally with a lot of stuff going on with jobs and stuff like that. Trying to figure things out. And I kind of find myself in that situation again. I started at this company 2 years ago. And when I came here, I really thought that this was going to be my final destination. That I would just stay here until I either croak myself or, found me or I would, just stayed here until the end, until I either gave it all up or whatever. But it's been over the last month, probably a little over a month. It's not been good, and really ever since I came back in October, it really hadn't been the same. What I really wish they had done, I really wish they had just called me before I came back and just told me, look, man, we now this was at the time, we like you and everything, but we don't think you're going to be the same, which is not the case. I run stronger now than I did before I went out of work. I don't have any pain. I don't have the issues I had, and I was able to run better than anybody here with all that going on. They had a couple of guys here that was having bulging discs and stuff like that, and I think they thought that because what I had going on was so much more severe that there's no way, if they can't move with bulging discs, that there's no way I'll be able to do and perform at a high level with what I had going on. But I debunked all that pretty quick. Just hadn't been the same. My dispatcher hadn't been the same. But it's all good. But anyway, I'll give you a quick rundown over the last week. Kind of give you an example. I was in Sioux City a week ago. Sioux City, Iowa. Alright. All I did is I sat a day on the load going up there. I take the load up there. I sat another day for the load coming back. Alright. So I go to Fayetteville. I dropped the load in Fayetteville last Saturday, which is a week ago today, day Saturday. Alright. I dropped that load noon Saturday. I sat the rest of the day Saturday, all day Sunday, and all day Monday until 9 p.m. Monday night. Their reasoning is what they're telling me. What they're telling me is there's a load shortage. All right, which is complete bullcrap. What it is. There may be a load shortage, but there's not a load shortage like what they're trying to tell me. Okay. 9 p.m. Monday night. They give me a load late that afternoon, and it's going to Alabama. It's about 500 miles away. The load didn't pick up to 9 p.m. It was supposed to deliver at 6 a.m. the following morning. Okay. Not a lot of room for error there. I think they were trying to set me up for, for fail. Was honestly what I think they was trying to do. Well, I went over there and I picked up the load. They had it ready. I went down there and got the load off. Well, I was supposed to drop the load off in Alabama at 6 a.m. the next morning, which is Tuesday morning. I was supposed to reload in the same place at 5 p.m. of the same day. And I was supposed to be back in Springdale, Arkansas, noon Wednesday. All right. So this is what they wasn't expecting. All I didn't even have 2,000 miles at that point, which I usually run 3,500 miles or better every week. I'm usually up around 4,000 or better every week. Now I'm not even doing hardly 2,000 miles a week, But so when I got down there, I got there at 5 a.m. I got there an hour early. The trick with running these loads is there's no saying, keep the left door shut, which means the driver's door, which means don't stop at all these rest areas, don't stop at every truck stop you see, don't stop, keep moving. And with the speed I was going, I was able to increase my time. It was showing like 8 hours. I got there in like 7.5 or whatever it was. All right, so when I get down there, I told the girl, I was like, hey, I'm supposed to pick up a load here this afternoon. What do y'all need me to do? And she tells me, well, I think we might have enough product. We might be able to go ahead and get you loaded now. Okay. Well, that's what they did. I got there at 5. I was unloaded, reloaded, and gone by 6:30. Hour and a half I was there. All right. I went to a truck stop, did my 10-hour break. Now, this is what the office was not expecting. Our pay period ends at midnight Tuesday night. So as soon as my 10-hour break was up, I took off again. I had to go back to Springdale. I made it. I got there around 11 p.m. Tuesday night. So I was able to get that load in for that week. So I ended up with about 2,500 miles a week. That one load, the load to Alabama, my dispatcher just trying to play games, is all it is. And so I go down there, I get the load off. So from Tuesday night, I sat till Wednesday night around midnight. I went back to Sioux City, and then I go up there, get my load off, and then he never even had me on a load. Normally he has me stacked up like he does now. So I get up there, no load. Now I've told them in the past, don't ever get me quiet, because if you get me quiet, that's when I'm done. Well, I've gone quiet. My dispatcher don't like to call. He's 24 years old. I've been driving as long or longer than he's been alive. Okay, and I've always shown him respect. I respect everybody until they show me a reason not to. Well, he's shown me plenty of reasons not to lately. So I go up there. I unloaded. Now we got this app that we arrive and we depart on, and he can see all this. He can see what trailer I have. He can see all that stuff, because it's all got tracking devices on it. When we put in our pre-trip, we put in the trailer. He can see all that. So on my way up there, he sends me a message. Hey, what trailer number do you have? Which he can clearly see right there on his computer. He's trying to just get me to respond. Playing games. You know what I'm saying? So When I got up the road a little ways, and I just responded with the trailer numbers. All I said. All right, and that's all I said. I get up there, and I unloaded around lunchtime. It was like 2 degrees. I went to the truck stop. He did not have me dispatching unless I went to the truck stop. And then he, at 5:30 in the afternoon, after like 5 hours later, after he done left the office, he sends me a text message. Did you ever get unloaded? Which he can clearly see. I hit arrive and depart. Well, and like I said, he's just trying to play games. So I told him, I said, yeah, like 4 or 5 hours ago. And so he's like, okay, so you're not talking to me anymore? Yeah. You know, like a little 2-year-old. You're not talking to me anymore? And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, so we're playing this whole little game back and forth like that. Meanwhile, he don't dispatch me on a load. Well, so I sat that day. Yesterday morning, he sends me on this load. It came back down to Springdale, which I went and got. I got loaded, and I dropped the load off. The load wasn't supposed to deliver till like, I think tomorrow or something. Well, I dropped it off last night, and he had another trailer. He had another trailer that was a load going back to Alabama, where I was at this past Tuesday. Well, it don't deliver till tomorrow. Well, I could go down there and probably get it off tonight. But this is the kicker. The load that I'm picking up don't pick up till Monday sometime. And it's, you know, by an appointment. And it don't deliver back out this way till Tuesday. So he saw what I did. He saw what I did. So he remedied that by giving me a 500-mile run down there and a 500-mile run back for the whole from Friday till Tuesday. All right. If that's not trying to run somebody off, I don't know what is. And I already have options. I've already, you know, kind of put that in out there. I got here last night. I got here about, I don't know, 12:30, quarter to 1. And first time I'd ever seen this, ever. I pull up here, I park. I'm at our yard. And one of the dispatchers, I mean, literally like 10 minutes after I showed up, he pulls up here and he's driving all through the parking lot like he's looking like what trailers are here. He may have been doing a trailer check. I don't really know. But I've been here for 2 years. And I have never seen somebody show up at 1 o'clock in the morning and do that, you know. If he does that, he'll do it the next morning or whatever. I've never seen anybody show up here at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Friday night and do that. And it was literally 10 minutes after I showed up and parked here. Literally. Like I said, they can track us on these trucks. They knew exactly where we're at. So, I'm just giving y'all I'm just giving y'all the rundown of what's happened over the last week, so because I hadn't really been posting. But that's really it. And this, I'm gonna show y'all. This is what they used to do right here when I first started, and I did that up until I left last year. You know, when I went out. See this piece of paper on this trailer right here? Where'd this come from? Oh, this came from Milan, Missouri. Okay. So this is a local run. See that piece of paper? All right, so this is our yard. All right, so a lot of times, like if I was coming from, say, Utah or Washington State or Arizona or whatever, or Georgia or Florida, whatever, if it was going to be delivering like right around this area, we would come here and drop the trailer at this yard and leave our paperwork. Now I wouldn't leave my paperwork out exposed like that. That's this guy's business. I always took it and put it in a plastic bag or something. That way, if it rained, it wouldn't get wet. All right. And then they would usually have another load either here, or I would go to a facility and pick up a trailer, and that way I would keep moving. Well, I haven't been doing that at all lately, especially over the last month. We had this little, I guess you call the dispatcher got all bent. He got really ugly with me, and I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything back to him because he's 24 years old, and never talked to me that way before. And I tried to address it with him, and he just kept getting uglier and uglier and uglier. So the way I handle things, if I can't get a resolution with you, I'll go over your head. So what I did is I went to the owners of this company, and I just talked to them directly, and trying to fix, salvage or whatever, what's going on here. Well, ever since that conversation, it's gotten worse. And they assured me, and I was like, man, if y'all don't want me here, just tell me, man, no, man, you the best thing since sliced bread, man. You the tip of the spear, man. Just blowing all kind of sunshine. Everybody in that dispatch office knows what you can do. Well, I know what I can do too, and I've got more credentials than anybody at this company. TWIC card, hazmat, stuff like that. Nobody else has a TWIC card here. I picked up a load in Florida one time at a port, and the reason I know that is because they told me that. They said, you're probably going to need an escort unless you have a TWIC. I said, well, guess what? I have a TWIC. And they said, man, you the only guy here that's got one. So it's not a problem for me to find another job. I did find another job, and I'm going to be going home a week and a half. In 2 weeks from today, I'll be in Daytona, Florida at the race, and enjoying myself. And I've been running. We got a regional fleet and an over the road fleet, and I'm fixing to show y'all something. We got a regional fleet where these guys are home just about every day, they're home about every couple days, and they're home. See all them trucks? That's all these guys that live here. I live 11 hours from here, and I'm running in the areas that regional guys run. I'm getting regional miles, which ain't nothing. Well, how's that fair to me? It's not. And when I make this run to Alabama and come back, I'm going to go in there and talk to the owner and try one last time, and I'm just going to tell him, if y'all don't want me here, just tell me. I'm a pretty straightforward person. Well, I don't need all these antics, because like I said, I already got another job lined up. The guy's supposed to call me today, and we're supposed to talk turkey about it today. So anyway, but that's the update. I was gonna post something about what's been going on the last couple of days. My sister was just really heavy on my mind, and leading up. I just relived that day yesterday, all throughout the day, and I've never been that emotional with any of the passings of the rest of my family members. My sister, I cried more with her than with any of them. And I'm still emotional about it. I know where she's at, and I love her. I love all my family. But I just thought I'd do what I could to give her a tribute, because I felt like she deserved it. What little bit it was. So anyway, but yeah, that's kind of what's going on with me. I'm just, I got about another hour or so, and I'm finna go down the road, get this thing fueled up, weighed, and going to Alabama. You know, 'cause I ain't got to be there till tomorrow. I might even get this load off tonight. But you know, and just be that far ahead of the ball game. You know, because that's how I roll. And you know, I've saved a day for this company so many times. Back when COVID and all that stuff was going on, and the way they're doing me right now, you know, they say the safety guy, they got a new safety guy here, and he himself told me that DOT is coming down on them because of all these other drivers that are having wrecks, getting all kind of DOT violations on their inspections and all that. I had two clean inspections, 2 level 1 clean inspections since October, since I come back. And this is, you know, I don't live here, but this is how I'm being treated. And, you know, if all I'm gonna do is make regional money, well, I'll go home and do that. I'm not fixing to stay on this road for a month or 2 at a time and stay in this truck week after week, and that's all I'm gonna do. That's not even fixing to happen. I actually got a friend. I'm gonna tell you something. If he can make what me and him were talking about last night, if he can make that happen, man. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. I know God's in control, and there's a reason all this is going on. And I'm not complaining about it. I'm just letting y'all know what's been going on. And I'm not complaining. You know, at first I was like, you know, man, if y'all, you know, at first I was like, you know, what, you know, if y'all not, you know, I was upset about it, but I only did that one time. I didn't really get ugly. I didn't get disrespectful, you know, but, you know, I'm just gonna do what I gotta do and go from there. You know, life always marches on. And it would be ideal if they would just treat me right. And I'm really not that hard to get along with. But they, you know, when you run me 500 miles, I could do a 10-hour break and come right back. Versus you run me 500 miles, make me sit a day or two, and then run 500 miles back. You know, I may not be a genius, but I'm not. I can fit. You know, anybody can figure that out. And you basically did the same thing last weekend. You know, and this is just, you saw what I did Tuesday, and this is just, you know, well, let's slow him down more because that way he don't get miles. I mean, that's all you're doing. So anyway, that's the update. I know I get on here and run my mouth a lot, but I mean, I just wanted to let y'all in on that. And I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the ones that watch and the ones that comment. I know it's not, which ain't a lot, but I'll take it. I do appreciate y'all. Hope y'all have a good day, and probably have a good weekend. If I don't see y'all till you know, next couple of days or so. But that's really what's been going on in the last week and a half or so. But yeah, just you know, don't ever get so high and mighty at your job, which I never have here. Even though when they was always blowing sunshine up my butt, you know, talking about how I'm the tip of the spear and all this type of stuff. I always told them I don't view myself that way. Well, you know, I know a lot of people, they get these companies and they think they're just irreplaceable, and they think that, man, this company won't survive without me, and man, they just think I'm just the best thing since sliced bread. They don't care. You could leave you could leave right then and they'd be there and replaced you. They don't care. I never viewed myself in that light, and I was just trying to do the best I could, do the best I can, and do it at the abilities I know how to do it at. If my friend can pull off what we were talking about last night, man, it'll change everything. And I was telling him last night, man, there's a reason why all these things happen at the same time. So he's supposed to call me back today. And if he can pull that off, man. But like I said, I know God's in control. And if he can pull that off, that'll change the trajectory of everything. Everything. The fact that I'm going through this, the fact that things lined up the way they did down there at the same time, that's not a coincidence. So if he can pull that off, well, I'll find out later. But if he can't, I already got another job lined up. So, but I'll be home in about a week and a half, and I look forward to going live with y'all down there in Daytona, showing y'all the place that I'm gonna be staying at, and showing y'all the race, and I'll just do the best I can. But whoever chimes in. Y'all have a good week, and we'll talk to y'all later. Appreciate y'all, and God bless y'all. We'll talk to y'all later.